give it to him. I did want to give it to him. Alexa, play music. It's a little too quiet in this motherfucker.
Station you might like. Voodoo Dolls on Amazon Music.
I don't think I do. Let me switch this picture because I can't see comments very good. Some of these pictures I don't really think I can use. Don't really think I can use. Think of where you are. Okay, now I can see it. Oh, goodness. Yeah, period. I'm fucking dead. Hey, listen. It was a lot. I ain't even gonna lie and say it wasn't a lot. I do have a lot of clips, okay? But here's one thing. I've always been pretty vocal about how I don't go live with my granddaughter. Breezy, what up, homie? I don't go live with my granddaughter in the background, but it happened to be Easter break, and I found myself in the position in some shit online. So I thought there were, enough people out there that would respect my child, but they obviously can't do that. So I'm going to have to go back to that, right? I'm going to have to go back to absolutely no Gianna in the background, because you all are absolutely going to have something to say about everything I do around that child. So, yeah, not going to do that. But, which is why I'm here so early. You can hardly hear. Well, baby, turn up your volume. I saw you in there last night, Breezy, and I saw them coming for you. I saw them coming for you, Breezy, because of something you said in my fucking chat. What up, Lily Taz? Happy Easter. I saw them come for you over something you said in my fucking chat. They watch me so hard. They watch my chat so fucking hard. And then go after anybody and everybody that's in it for the things they say. Liz. Okay, I ain't gonna pick no more fights. But that pissed me off. I ain't even gonna lie. That did piss me off. And why is it that people can't be everywhere? I know people that are everywhere. Shiny Penny is everywhere. Why do you guys have a problem with people that are often around? Because you guys are often around. Fuck. But it's the people in my fucking chat, right? That's what it is. It's the people that are in my fucking chat. So, all right. So, Michael B. Pettiest, this is for you. Let's talk about the CP and my position on it. It wasn't me that came to the internet and saw that shit and started running around calling it that. You all called it that. I never called it that. I wasn't around for Shannon. I didn't see the picture. I saw zero, and I mean a big old goose egg of lives held about it. I was not, I repeat, not involved in any of that. You all said it was CP. I then came and said, I don't believe and won't believe that it is CP until a law enforcement officer tells me that it was CP. Because my position on the CP was that any and all pictures, eyewitness accounts, that's what they want. They want people that saw it in real fucking time. Around the internet playing cops and robbers. I don't like that. Here's another thing. Retina, if you would reach out to that detective and say, hey, there's this happened online in our community. Is there any way that you could come to one of our lives and properly educate everybody on the subject? That detective would have said either I can't do that, or he would have put you in contact with somebody who could do that, because that's called community policing. It's available everywhere. It's a vital part of law enforcement. Community policing. He will absolutely find you somebody that's able to come to the internet and properly educate people on what they should do in situations like that. I know it for a fact. Reach out, ask. Because nobody in that entire group has the education, credentials, background to run around the internet and make horrible accusations at people. That's my position. Those things hurt people for the rest of their lives, okay? That is the kind of thing that will follow somebody for the rest of their fucking life. So all I'm asking was to make sure that it was in fact what you were calling it. I don't think that's unreasonable. I think it's rather realistic, Michael B. Pettiest. So that's my position on the CP. So that's my position on the CP. Let me make this also very clear. I did not get involved. I only had an opinion on it up until the point where Kendra accused Breezy of passing around CP. That's when I became involved. Because you can't do that. You cannot make false allegations of something that heinous against an innocent person. Now, let's talk about innocence and guilt. Do we have the power to adjudicate somebody as guilty? No, we don't. People get due process. People get to defend themselves. People are innocent until then proven guilty in a court of law, not the court of TikTok. Let's everybody come back down to reality. We're not cops. We're not therapists. We're not psychologists. We're not sociologists. We're none of those things. Innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, not the court of TikTok. Quit doing that to people. Okay. Let's see. I have a lot of other things to say, but I have a feeling that a lot of my arguments are going to be on Reddit today, right? Because I absolutely did make a new Reddit page, and I absolutely am going to be very active on that motherfucker today. Because let me see. So, let me make this clear. Kendra absolutely got up there, said that she was not taking accountability for spreading false information. She didn't give a fuck about how anybody felt about it. Told us all to fuck off. Okay? So, Kendra has zero credibility here. And I do mean like goose egg credibility. Anything that Kendra gets up on this fucking internet and says is fucking trash. Do you hear what I'm saying? Any and everything that Kendra gets on this fucking app and says is trash. It means nothing. it holds no water. Because she gets up there and blindly accuses people that she doesn't like of things they didn't do, and then doesn't take accountability for lying. One thing I fucking hate is a fucking liar. Smashley, you lied so many times in Better Days Live yesterday. I literally could not believe it. You, the Shed Queen, Miss Do No Fucking Wrong, literally got in that live and lied. You put so many words in my mouth, bitch. I ain't found one of them yet. So if you did, fucking post it. You're a liar, Smashley. You're a fucking liar. And that is wild to me. You guys amaze me. You are still able to amaze me because, or maybe I'm amazing myself by putting faith in people for being honest. You're right. That's my fault. That's right. That's my fault. I should have known better than to do that. Staying up all night making excuses for Malibu, but yet you were doing the same fucking thing is that you were accusing other people of. That's what's wild to me. That you literally got caught in 4K doing what your people were accusing other people of doing. Did we ever, hey, did anybody that watched any of it, did we ever make Malibu say who the fuck sent it to her? Did that ever come out? Did anybody ever find out who the fuck sent it to Malibu? Or did we're not forcing her to do anything. She doesn't have to tell anybody anything. But I'm going to tell you something. Had that been me and Victoria, had that been me sending that to Victoria, we would be fucking decimated. Decimated. You'd still be fucking talking about it. They aren't comfortable saying who did? Well, then you're protecting somebody else. Then you're fucking protecting somebody else that did it. I don't get it. I don't get it, but I want everybody to see it real clear, okay? That they can do what they want with no explanation, with no nothing. They're allowed to say and do what they want. But definitely nobody else is allowed to. If you would have done that same thing, you would have never heard the end of it. It would be posted fucking everywhere. Everybody would be talking about it. And somehow the whole thing was spun on us. Let's make note of that. Okay, so we were in the box in Better Days Live for Smashley, for Kendra. Actually, it was for Kendra, and then that's when the Smashley stuff came up. But the only fucking thing any of them did was deflect back to something somebody else did the entire fucking time. Every time we would be like, well, we're here for Kendra. Where's her proof? And then there's the Smashley and Malibu stuff. And then all of a sudden it was deflect to what I said to Mikey. Deflect to anything and everything else except what was fucking going on. And if you didn't watch it and see it with your own fucking eyes, that's how it is with them. You watched it happen. I have all kind of fucking clips. We'll get a repeat live in a few months. You're right. I got blocked from Better Days under my main and my sneaky. I know who blocked me. Yeah, you absolutely know who blocked you. What are you so scared of, Liz? I don't know. I don't know. They should have put you in that pick me video with fucking Rivka and Kendra. Which, by the way, I very much enjoyed that video. That was a spot on. Spot on, Lyrical Idiot. Spot the fuck on. I'm trying to remember, like, the big talking points, because I'm probably not coming back here today. Can you remind me of anything, Victoria? Struggling, same. I just could, I don't know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for, because I am gonna watch Smashly's video, or Smashly's live from last night, because I am interested in anything and everything that was said. Any clips that I get from that, I will probably post on Reddit. And if I feel strongly enough about it, I'm sure it will bring me back here. Right. Hey, did you guys see, okay, so Kendra refused, right, to show proof or take accountability for her lies, which then forced Muffin Man to reactivate her account and come up in a box and say that Breezy never passed around her children's pictures. That's wild. Literally, Kendra refused to fucking do it. And Muffin Man had to come in and fucking tell people that, and that was the first deflection. That was the first time that Smashly tried to derail that live. She then turned that into, oh, we're going to turn this into a Muffin Man attack. And I said, I don't think we're doing that today. I said, I don't think you were prepared to do that today, were you, Muffin? She said, no, I was not. That was Smashly's first attempt to derail that entire live and make it about Muffin and not about Kendra and her and Malibu. She did it so many times. And then when it finally did literally magnify only on her and Malibu, she then started making excuses that Malibu, she didn't do it with bad intentions, yet she laughed about it. But we called somebody else an awful kind of person for laughing at the same picture. But Malibu laughed at it before she sent the picture, and then after she sent the picture. She thought it was funny prior to sending it to Smashly. Why? Was that something to laugh about? In any context, and I do mean any context, did that? Then she said, oh my God, we might be here a minute. Then she said that oh no, we're not, she's up. Then I'm going to get this out real quick and then I'm going to go. Then she said that she gets uncomfortable, and when she gets uncomfortable, she laughs. Then she said, I haven't had too many uncomfortable moments in my life. And you expected us to think that was an uncomfortable laugh? Bitch, you were giggling. You were literally giggling at the same thing that everybody else was calling CP. That people were absolutely just jaw-dropped. And you thought it was something to giggle over. Like a child. Crazy time. That's wild to me. It's all in 4K. Like you were caught in absolute 4K. But you refused to take responsibility for it either. But Malibu, let's guarantee that had that been anybody else, had that been anyone else, you would have had so much to say about it. But because it was you, oh, she didn't mean it in a bad way. She's not that kind of person. That's my friend. She wouldn't do that. Bitch, she did it in 4K. And laughing. Listen, you literally laughed and said, I don't know if they're saying that that's Florida Man as a baby. You even pointed it out that it was a baby. Literally pointed that out and laughed about it. And the whole time you're laughing about it, you guys are calling detectives on the person that put it up. How much sense does that make? And then you said you kept it to report it at a later date. You don't report CP at a later date. You report it at the time it happened. Your own arguments are trash. Literal trash. No, here comes this baby. I'm leaving. I gotta go. Wait, who's in there? Hold on. Wait, who's in there? Hold on. All right, I'm gonna mute myself, Trina, and put my earbud in. I don't want her in the background anymore.
Y'all hear me? Hello? Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm sorry. It's just really quiet. But yeah, I just didn't understand that. And then for her to say that she laughs when she gets nervous or whatever, she laughed before Smash made that look on her face. She laughed before and after. So, I mean, I don't understand it. Why, let's go after Shannon, which I understand, but why is it okay for them to do it, but they didn't do no wrong? I mean, I don't know.
Hey, I'm just doing a couple things. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, no,
I'm
you're
putting my
fine.
earbud in now, babe. Hey, I'm just doing a couple things. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, no,
I'm
you're
putting my
fine.
earbud in now, babe. All right. Hold on. Somebody else is in there. All right. You are, Victoria. You are. I'm
No,
going to
what I was
remove you
saying,
and
Pam,
add you again. Hold on. All right. All right, Victoria. You should be good now. All right. Go ahead, ladies.
what I was saying is because I kept on asking this last night in the chat, and I don't understand it as to why she had to send it to Smash for Smash to report it. Why didn't she take it upon herself to report it?
That's exactly what she should have done. In fact,
She wanted
I mean,
to report it all
do what?
because Smash said nobody else was talking about it, bringing awareness to it. Nobody else was.
Yeah,
But
I
she
heard
said
that
somebody
part.
needed to. That's why. That's why
I,
she sent it to Smash. And
but
Smash
why
couldn't bring
couldn't
awareness to
Malibu
it if she
report
didn't
it?
see it. Right. Well, Malibu
I mean,
supposedly did report it.
so she wanted Smash to bring awareness to it for what? For content? Because
Right.
that's, I mean, I understand letting people know what happened, but that's, let's take it to Smash's account because she has all of these followers, so we can have something to talk about, so we can have content instead of when you got that picture, you call the police.
Here's my thing. I get the whole laughing when you're nervous or you're upset because I do the same exact thing. But when I was getting ran through the washer for supporting CA because I bought a keychain from Ashley Starr, And I just laughed and said, if y'all want to say I support it, then whatever, I support it. And I laughed about it. But then all of a sudden, my bestie Liz was like, oh, you're CA, you support CA, you support it. Malibu was right there doing the same exact thing. But it's not okay when other people laugh about stuff, but it's okay when she did.
Yeah.
But if you laugh because you
Well,
were nervous, you wouldn't say that's supposed to be Florida man as a baby. Ha 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 ha.
yeah, and for her to even say the word baby when it came
Yes.
to that
Yeah, that's
picture,
what. Can y'all
you
hear me?
know,
Yes, we
yeah,
can.
I can hear you. But I was watching Smash's live last night when they was talking about it, and Malibu started doing this. She was getting all upset, and I'm like, that is so fucking fake. You knew what you did,
Yeah.
and you're being called out for it, and now you want to do this pity party.
And then they were getting mad at Florida man when he was like, look, every time you tell your story, it's different. Stop. Just stop it. Just say you were wrong and be done with it. And she refused
Period.
to say she was wrong.
I don't know why it's so hard for people. I don't get that. Why is
And
it so hard for people to just say, "Hey, okay"? Because all right, perfect example. Does anybody have OG on their share list that you could get her in here if she's awake?
I follow her, but do you have to be friends with somebody to?
I'm not sure how that works.
I don't know neither.
I can look if you
But
give me a
if anybody is in here that's able to share it to her. Okay, so yesterday when OG first got in the box, right? I tagged her and I said, "Hey, I owe you an apology because I did not know that Florida Man had sent her into my live that day to explain something. I had no idea. So I thought that was just her coming in my live, like knowing her and I have problems or don't get along, right? I thought that was her just coming in to. I can do that. In fact, I can do that with just about anybody, right? I am able to get up here and recognize the fact that I can misspeak, that I could have been misinformed, or all the things, and I'm able to apologize to the person, which I owed her that apology because she came in with good intentions and I did not know that she was coming in there on that somebody else was sending her. Do you get it? So I can say, hey, my bad. I did not know that and I apologize. I don't know why people have such a hard time fucking doing that. But want to be called an adult. Okay, you want to be called an adult so bad, but you don't want to do adult things. Taking accountability and apologizing are adult things. Those are all things, I mind you, that you guys say that I'm incapable of all the time. And I do want to make note of that Smashley spent 3 hours talking about the fact that I was unable to have an adult conversation. But I did just that yesterday in Better Days Live. And she was the one lying. That's wild to me. You spent all that time telling people about me and then turned around and made everything you said about me true for you. Crazy how that worked. And resorting to name calling. You literally called Victoria a fucking dumbass. Smashley. For nothing, mind you. For absolutely nothing. But I'm the problem? That's wild. It's crazy that there's a group of people running around the internet pointing a finger at me, calling me the problem, while doing problematic shit. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the names she called me. I really don't get offended at the names people call me. But what I am looking for is a clip of Kendra speaking on my daughter and my granddaughter. Do you hear me? It was not last night, but the night before in a live. I want the clip of
Whose
Kendra
life
talking
was
about
it?
my daughter and my granddaughter. I don't know. In fact, I forgot to reach out to the account. It was an account in Better Days Live that was trying to tell me about it. And they told me about it as if in fact, they apologized. They said, I'm sorry for what Kendra said about your daughter and your granddaughter. And I said, today? And she said, no, yesterday. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the clip where Kendra, again, for the 40th time, spoke on my daughter and my granddaughter. I would really like to hear that.
Pam,
Anybody that
have you
might
heard
have
of
it, or
that?
even,
Have you
go
heard of
ahead.
that YouTube page, Window Lickers?
No, no, I haven't.
Okay, well, there's a YouTube page called Window Lickers that has some of your lives downloaded, that has Shannon's and Better Days and a few other people's lives. So I don't know if maybe you can go there and like look through the lives and see. I know there's a couple of lives, I think, of Kendra's. I'm not exactly for sure. I can't say yes or no,
Okay, I'll go.
but I know it's called Window Lickers. It's a YouTube page. If you need me to
Like, did you guys
like
hear?
screenshot the account and send it to you, I can.
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking for it, actively looking for it. I mean, I don't know. You heard Kendra pretty much laugh at everybody and say, I don't give a fuck. I can say what I want and nothing's going to happen to me. That's what she said. And she giggled about it like a child. Like she literally stood up there and said, I don't give a fuck how you feel. I did it and I don't care. And I just don't see too many people getting away with that. And
Yeah,
I'd like to
I
make it
don't
also
understand that.
noted that Kendra spends a lot of time running around the internet pointing her fingers at people with false fucking allegations. And if you can't prove the shit you say, then you can no longer do that. That's my biggest point, right? If you can't accept and apologize for lying about somebody, then you can no longer walk around the internet and point your finger at anybody. Rivka also said she'd say whatever she wanted, false or not. Wow. The kind of people you surround, I don't want those kind of people around me. I don't want to hear no lies. I do not want to hear any lies. So if that's what you all are going to do, just get up on the internet and lie about people, then absolutely nobody should pay attention to anything you fucking say.
Well, Pam, I'm going to hop down because I got to start cleaning. But I will go to that YouTube page and I will screenshot it and I will send it to you. And I hope
Thank you.
everyone has a good Easter. Happy Easter. And I love you guys.
Happy Easter, doll. Love your face. They were already live today. That's wild. Breezy, hello. Yeah, I mean, they were up all night and then at it again today. I don't know. That's crazy to me. And it's a fucking holiday. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go and watch some lives. And, I don't know, whatever I feel is pertinent to me anyway. I might come back with. But until then, I'm gonna go to YouTube and probably watch with my friends. Hey, happy Easter, y'all. I don't know. I ain't gonna say I won't be back today. I'm just saying probably not. Okay, all right, I got it.